Hey, what's up? Ian here, and this is the TANCHJIM for you. It is a single dynamic driver IEM with adjustable bass level, which I'll show you how it's done later. Now, the retail price for this is $70 and is available on HiFiGo's website. So if you're interested to find out more, do check out the unaffiliated link in the description below. Now, this is the box that it comes in. Very nice, clean box. At the back, you do get the specifications and a graph of it on how it should sound. I'll read out the specs to you. The impedance is 32 ohms. Sensitivity is 122. And the frequency range is 8 to 48,000 hertz. Okay. Now, inside the box, you get paperwork, of course. A drawstring pouch. I would expect maybe a hard case, but this is what you're going to get, a drawstring pouch. And you get two types of ear tips. One is a wide bore, and the other is a narrow bore, well, normal bore. Now, the wide bore is for those who want a bit more transparent sound, and the narrow bore or normal bore is for those who want something more balanced. Okay, so two types of ear tips. You get a tool. So it's basically a flat, screwdriver. So this will assist you in adjusting the bass level, which I'll show you later. And of course, the cable. So this is a 2-core cable with a straight type 3.5 headphone jack. It's got this glittery finish, which is okay. The cable is nice and soft. And you get your usual Y split and chin slider, which is somewhere here. Yeah. The chin slider is a little bit on the loose side. Okay. And the ear hooks. Ear hooks are actually nice and soft. I like it because it's quite pliable. Now, as for the IEM, the design and build quality of this is really good. For $70, is fully made of metal. And the faceplate has got this mirror finish with its logo on it. Even though it's a fingerprint magnet, but it looks nice with that mirror finish. The rest of the shell is matte finish, so it's pretty all right. It's silver in color. And on the inner shell, you can see that there is this dial here that you turn to adjust the bass. The nozzle is metal with paper filter inserted into the shell itself. And this IEM is a medium-sized IEM, pretty light. It's got some weight to it, but it's still pretty light. Now, in terms of fit and comfort, they fit my ear really nice, really well. This is how it will look like on your ears. But please take note that this fake ears is not representing my ears. So basically, this is how it will look like on your ear. It's a generic type of fake ears. Okay. So when I wear this the entire day, it doesn't give me any pain or any discomfort. Even though you can see it's quite boxy on the outer shell, but rest assured, this will not hurt you. There's no pain or any discomfort when I'm wearing this. This goes right into my ear, my inner ear, so and it hooks onto my inner ear, so it doesn't come out. So pretty comfortable earphone. All right, now let's talk about sound. First, let's talk about the overall technical performance of this. The resolution of these earphones is actually pretty good for $70. Very nice and clean sound that it delivers. A little bit of distortion, but that's expected for $70. The soundstage is actually wide. I like the soundstage on the default tuning. It's actually pretty wide, but if you were to tune it down to the reference sound, as in lower the bass, you get a little bit more transparency for the overall soundstage. Quite immersive, nice. I wouldn't say surround sound type of feeling, but quite an open and airy type of soundstage. The sound separation is pretty good. I get my sound being separated. I don't really get a mushy type of congested sound, even for busy tracks, whereby you have a lot of vocals and percussions and instrument sounds all together at the same time. And the detail retrieval on this is fantastic. I would say pretty lean sound. I'll talk about the tone and timbre later, but in terms of the overall detail retrieval, and also because of the tuning, the details that I get from this is actually really clean and clear, and I would say detailed. Okay. Now let's talk about the tone and timbre for this. TANCHJIM, for me, I feel that their tuning is mostly lean and a little bit more reference sounding type of tuning. I wouldn't say thin. There's still some body to the overall tone and timbre of this earphone, of the sound that this earphone produce. But I would say, yeah, pretty lean and neutral type of sound. But it's not a neutral tuning, so don't get me wrong. But again, it depends on the tuning that you're going to choose. So overall, a pretty nice, lean reference sound you're going to get from this earphones. Right, now let's talk about the sound signature. And there are 4 different sound signatures you're going to get from this. Basically is the tuning of the bass, which I'm going to show you right now. So this is the graph of the for you and different directions of the the dial, which I'm going to show you right now. So this is the dial, okay? And if the dial is facing down, is whereby the bass is the least, okay? When it's at atmosphere, it's at default, whereby the bass is at the Harman target. And then neutral is just above monitoring, and pop is just below atmosphere. Okay, so that's the 4 different bass level that you're gonna get. Oh, if you adjust the bass. And I just want to emphasize that the adjustments or the difference that you get is quite significant. I mean, you look at this, it's about 5 dB difference, and 5 dB is quite noticeable to my ears. Okay, and every different adjustments. In fact, if you look at the bottom line and the second last line, is about 6 dB difference. So it's a pretty significant difference when you turn the dial over here, which is pretty simple to do. All you need to do is use the tool provided, just turn it, and you get a different sound, a different bass level. Okay, so that's how you change your bass. Pretty simple. You don't need this tool. As long as something flat, it goes into the notch and you can turn it. Okay. Now the overall sound for this, I would say, is balanced, a dark balanced sound. As you can see, the dotted line is actually the Harman target, and it's pretty close to the Harman target. Mids are actually forward, and the treble are actually a little bit recessed and a bit dark. Okay, so that's the overall tuning of this IEM. And if you are, a person who likes something more balanced, then this IEM is actually pretty suitable for you at $70. And if you're in the mood to listen to something more lean, then you can just adjust the dial and, dial the bass down, and you get something more reference. No bass to impede your mids and your treble. So looking at different levels of the bass, my favorite is the dial with the least bass. Okay, so the sub bass and the mid bass are both affected when you change the dial, and you get a little bit less impact, a little bit less impedance into the mids. Okay, so you get a bit more clarity of your vocals, your musical instruments as well, and overall cleaner sound and a wider sound stage. But if you're in the mood for something more pop, something more modern, more mainstream music, then you can turn the dial again, whereby the bass is going to be at, near Harman, right? The bass, I would say there's a little bit of texture to it. For the sub bass, the rumble is good, extended. As you can see, it doesn't roll off. But if you, turn the dial down, then the bass will start to roll off pretty easily. Okay. So it's a little bit unnatural, but when I listen to the rumble, I find that it's okay. It sounds a bit hollow, switching up and down, but it's just a perception from my ears, I would say. When I listen to the same song with the bass at the normal level and with the bass with the least level, I would say, it sounds a little bit hollowish for the sub bass, but that's my ears, trying to adapt to the change of the bass. Okay, mid bass is also a little bit affected, especially with the lowest tuning. You get less impact and less punch. So with that less impact and less punch, you get a little bit less texture. At the same time, you get a bit more forwardness from your instruments and your vocals. Okay, but as it is, the vocals, as you can see, it's actually pretty forward, and instruments as well. So clarity, the overall positioning of the vocals and instruments, they sound clean, clear, and defined. Now, in terms of the treble, the gain to the treble is not very aggressive. In fact, it's a little bit shy, but this is actually a pretty good glide to the treble. So it's not too harsh, it's not too intense, it's not too spicy, and female vocals, cymbal crashes, hi-hats, guitars, flutes, violins, they don't sound too dry and harsh to your ears. I'm not saying that it's sibilant. In fact, it's totally not sibilant at all. But it's not, too sharp. Okay. So when it comes to the treble, I would say it's a dark treble. It's not a very bright and sparkly type of treble. So you won't get that excitement, that crispness that you get from other IMs. But other IMs would sound a little bit too crisp and too sharp at the same time. So when I listen to this IM, regardless of which bass level that I'm at, I can listen to this IM for a long listening session. It is not fatiguing at all. It's non-fatiguing type treble, and I enjoy listening to my music from maybe 2 hours and above. Okay. Now the treble, the tail end of the treble, you can see there's a brilliance here. This is actually part of my coupler's type of signature, so it's a little bit different from what they have measured or the manufacturer has measured. But when I listen to this, the roll off of the treble is actually pretty natural. There's no unusual cutoff or shortness in terms of cymbal crashes or any hi-hats or anything to the triangle or anything like that. Right? So this is the entire sound signature of the 4U. And is this for you? You see what I did there? No pun intended, but yeah, it is for those people who likes balance to reference type of sound signature. This is, I would say, a lean sound, a more clean, and I would say pure. I wouldn't say, yeah, pure, a more refreshing type of sound signature. If you're that type of person who wants a bit more texture, a bit more grunt, a bit more, grub in your soup, then this may not be the IM for you. But if you want something light and clean, with a clear type of soup, well, not soup, but sound, then this is going to be up your alley, especially at $70. Uh, so genres that's suitable for this, I would say mostly pop songs. You can listen to pop. You can listen to classical on this, vocals, instruments. Well, most of the pop songs, I would say. And even if you are listening to, rock, R&B, metal, they sound okay on this, but I would wish a little bit more impact, a little bit more sub bass, especially when I listen to my EDMs. But when I'm on this, I don't usually listen to those genre music. I am mostly on my pop songs and my classical music as well. All right. So that's my overall review for this TANCHJIM 4U. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and learned something from this video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. And also, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day ahead. And I'll see you again in my next video. Cheers.